In today's video, I'm going to talk about how I made a garlic and onion drying rack because I love to cure my garlic and onions and I didn't have a rack to do it on. And so I turned to our clothes drying rack and I used that the first time and laid all of the garlic out on the top of that. It actually worked really well. But the problem was sometimes we needed to dry our clothes on it and it was covered with garlic. So eventually I did make my own. But this story isn't just about making a garlic rack. Maybe that's not your thing. Of course, you could use this to dry shoes and clothes inside where it's warm but it's wet outside. But it's also a story about being really resourceful with recycled timber. I'm using old pallets and other leftovers, which is a great way to get something really handy done on the cheap.
So let's talk about pallets. You can often find them at the back of the hardware store or grocery stores, anywhere that use pallets to bring their goods in. And often they will be happy for you to take a few of them. But not all pallets are equal, and the ones that you want to really look out for are the ones that are heat treated rather than chemical treated, especially if you want to use them in the garden. So the heat treated pallets, yeah, they've got a stamp on them. Well, that's how it goes in Australia. Tell me what happens with pallets wherever you are. If it's different, that'll be interesting. Add a comment. But let's have a look at mine.
These are my favourite pallets, by the way. See the HT? They're heat treated, and anytime I see them I always take a few home. So let's talk about storing timber. I store the good old hardwood outside in a pile. These are some old fence palings. Some I'll use for firewood, but the good ones I'll turn into other projects, and I've also got a couple of pallets. But also inside I keep some good quality leftovers, rods, lining boards, any just pleasant, attractive timber could turn into something that looks good. I keep those inside where they'll be protected from the weather. And in the garage there's the long skinny bits. So between my long skinny bits inside and my storage in my shed, I haven't got heaps, but it's amazing what I can do when I can put my hand on just the right thing. So these chunky pine long sections, about 50 centimeters or 19 inches, one on that side and this other chunky piece here, they were both from a pallet. And first of all, I had to bust that pallet up. Busting a pallet up with the circular saw and following up with the pinch bar or wrecker's bar, really good practice, quite satisfying. I made a short just about how to take the pallet apart actually. I'll put the link in the description. It's really good woodworking practice, woodworking 101. It's a bit fiddly, you sort of got to go between it, but you end up with that nice chunky bit there at the end, a couple of those, and these were my rods, one rod left in the garage, and you can see I cut the rods up into 50-60 centimeter lengths, but I didn't have enough, so in between I used this funny trim stuff that was left over. It's an odd shape, but honestly the onions or the shoes or whatever clothes you're drying are not going to care, and I just drilled a little fine hole first and then screwed a screw in for each, and it just went in really nice and easy, about 4.5 centimeters apart. I kind of did a test with a classic onion shape actually to get the width spacing. So yeah, just screw those all in, and the only question then was how was I going to hang it, and I ended up actually deciding to drill quite a nice big hole down through the top of the pine, and then I just put the rope, and I had one nice bit of chain. There you go, there's the hole, and it went all the way through, and by just looping the chain or the rope through that hole and down the other end and up through. I was able to just tie it together. There you go, there's the rope end, and in that way hang it up from anything up the top there with just a little cup hook in the wood. So that turned out really well, and the rope's a bit messy. Maybe I'll get a bit of another chain, but I had all of those things and it worked really well, and I was just really happy with the final result. So that's how it ended up, with some chunky wood from the pallet, some leftover rods and trim, some drilling and screwing and cutting, an old chain and a rope. I got a really useful wooden rack, swinging in the breeze, dried a lovely crop of onions and garlic this year actually. So yeah, mission accomplished. So thanks for watching the video right to the end. I hope you enjoyed seeing me and my perfectly imperfect wood project, making something useful from leftover timber. And I hope to see you back in Sarah's shed. There'll be more videos and more creative projects with wood. See you soon. Bye now.